Hello from the Saskatchewan Landing Provincial Park. We just drove up this morning. My sister and I drove up. It's about 3 hours from Regina, maybe about half an hour out of Swift Current. We're here with my parents who have a beautiful campsite, and my other sister and her partner are all here. So we have a very full campsite, so it's very exciting. This is an absolutely beautiful campsite. So many trees. We're right on the South Saskatchewan River here. This is not a lake, it's just a really large river. It's fed from the Rocky Mountains in Alberta and BC, so when the snow melt comes all in, this is where all this water comes from. I'm pretty sure this time of year, it's like middle of June, a lot of the water hasn't quite come in yet, so the water is still a little bit low. It will come in eventually, but swimming right now might not be the best idea. But the views here are absolutely beautiful. It's interesting landscape because first of all, we're in a valley. Just all of the hills that are around are completely treeless naturally. Yeah, which is like natural Saskatchewan landscape. All of the trees that you see in Saskatchewan are pretty much planted. This is really rural, rugged, natural Saskatchewan landscape here, which I love. So right now we are going to jump in the car and head over to the marina here because there's a mini golf and we love mini golf. So we're gonna go check that out. Now we're gonna go play some mini golf. Looks like a really good course.
Good one.
That was a great mini golf course. It was super hard actually. We had like an average par of 3 probably. 1 hole in 1, not too bad, but it was a bit of a time commitment because it wasn't the easiest course in the world, but absolutely beautiful. Look how big this marina in the middle of Saskatchewan is. For those of you that don't know, Carl and I used to live on a boat in a marina in Ireland that was like a very similar size to this one. I'm surprised that there's such a large one in Saskatchewan, especially since there are like no boats here. The one in Ireland was like packed full. Every single berth had a boat in it. But still, lots of potential. I really like this camping site because all of the sites are really spaced quite well. So there's like, a good, there's a good maybe, 50 feet between each campsite, which is lovely. And there's also like good trees and privacy between each of them. So it's a very, very nice camp spot. A fort. Ooh, there's another one over there. Good morning. It is the next morning and it has been raining basically since we all woke up. Pretty heavy actually, but it seems to have stopped now. So we're gonna take the opportunity to go on a bit of a hike and a walk around the hills in this area because, like I said yesterday, I think this is a really interesting, like, typical Saskatchewan landscape. Kind of more of it in its raw form than a lot of the other places I've been. So yeah, I really want to check it out before the rain starts again. It's only a 1.2 kilometer hike. Might be strenuous though. We're not used to hills. You have to be careful with what kind of shoes you wear on these Saskatchewan hikes because you never know what kind of cactus you might accidentally step on. So we're back at the campsite now. We actually got really lucky with the rain because we picked the perfect window to go on our walk, because when we arrived back here it started absolutely pouring rain again and has been raining for like an hour. But now it's kind of starting to let up again, so we want to sneak out quickly while we can because I want to check out the historical Goodwin House, which is the visitor center here at the Saskatchewan Landing Provincial Park. So let's check it out. So this is the historical Goodwin House, built by the Goodwin family around the year 1900, just using stones from the surrounding area. Looks so well maintained. Typical. At least we can look around. Oh, it doesn't even look like it's been in use. No one lives here, do they? Just from that room, it looks like it's someone's like private office. This would be a really nice house to live in, I think. Check that out. Looks really modern, actually. Kept in excellent condition. And I love a porch that wraps around the house like this. And with this view. I live here. Shop your food. That's a good plate. We just got back from the Sask Landing restaurant. I think that's actually its name. But there was a Sunday buffet on this evening, which we went to, and it was so good. Very homemade, local food. It was a roast beef, you know, mashed potato and gravy kind of buffet, and it was absolutely delicious. Ate way too much. Yeah, we just got back to our campsite, and the rain is pretty much let up for the moment, so I wanted to take advantage of the time and just take a little walk around, and I discovered that there's nobody here. There is nobody here. We've come here in the middle of June, so that means that the kids aren't out of school for another week yet, which is why I suspect that there's nobody in this campground, because I have never ever seen a campground with nobody in it like this place. Like, beautiful, beautiful camp spots and nobody in them. So it's very bizarre, but I love it because I find it extremely peaceful. So I really appreciate being here at this time of year. I highly recommend it. The main reason that people come to Saskatchewan Landing Provincial Park is for the golfing and also the fishing. Neither of which I'll be doing, but my parents do a lot of the golfing and they really love it here. Apparently it's like one of the best in the province, so that's a thing if you're interested in that. And the fishing, actually, though, like, because the river is so low this year, like, we haven't seen any boats out, and we suspect it's because the river is so low that it's not very safe to take your boat out because you never know if you're gonna like hit off the bottom. That's our theory anyway, because we haven't seen many people fishing. Weird. But I really like it because of the hikes. That walk we did this morning was perfect. That's exactly the kind of thing I like to do. Bonus points for mini golf. Love mini golf. And I love a local restaurant as well, so that ticks all of my boxes. And of course, it gets bonus points because we're the only people here, so we have a private campground all to ourselves. Empty, 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 empty.